In the early 1960s, America was locked in the Great Space Race. The Soviet Union had already sent a man into orbit. The United States needed to prove it could do better. And in those tense years, a young man named Ed Dwight stepped into history. But Ed was not born with privilege. He was born in 1933, in segregated Kansas. A time when opportunity for a black child was almost impossible. Yet even as a boy, Ed had an extraordinary dream. He would lie in the grass at night, staring at the stars, whispering, "One day, I'll go there." People laughed. Teachers told him, "Boys like you don't become astronauts." But Ed refused to believe that. He studied engineering. He joined the Air Force. And he became one of the best test pilots in the country. Flying at speeds that broke the sound barrier, pushing machines to their limits, Ed Dwight proved he had the courage and skill to reach space. And then came the moment that changed everything. President John F. Kennedy himself noticed Ed. In a bold move, Kennedy declared, "We need the first African American astronaut." And he pointed to Ed Dwight. The announcement shocked America. A black astronaut, in the 1960s. To many, it seemed impossible. But to Ed, it was the dream coming true. He entered NASA's toughest training program. Side by side with men who would later become legends, Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and others. Every day, he gave his all. Every test, every challenge, he proved he was ready. But then, tragedy struck. In 1963, John F. Kennedy was assassinated. And with his death, Ed's support vanished. NASA quietly pushed him out. His dream of space was stolen. Most people would have broken. Most would have disappeared into silence. But not Ed Dwight. Instead, he reinvented himself. He left the Air Force. He became an artist. And through his art, he told the stories of forgotten black heroes. Stories that America had buried. Over time, his sculptures rose in cities across the nation. Statues of Harriet Tubman, Martin Luther King Jr., and countless others. Today, more than 100 of his monuments stand tall. And every one of them whispers his true legacy. Dreams may change, but purpose never dies. Right finger. Sometimes life takes away the dream you wanted most. Right finger. But if you refuse to quit, destiny will give you another. Right finger. Greatness is not just about reaching the moon. It's about lifting others high enough to see the stars. Ed Dwight never went to space. But in a way, he went even further. Because his story continues to inspire generations. To dream, to fight, and to never let rejection define them.